Look, I know better than to read the mainstream media, but yet I read all these news articles about real estate, and it never fails that they don't get what the multiple listing service is for. They keep rambling on about how it is a cartel and collusion, and that's absolutely nuts, because the multiple listing service is a free and fair marketplace. And here's what that means. It's the best marketplace on planet Earth for real estate. If somebody hires me to sell their house here in the Cabarrus County market, I can put it in the multiple listing service, and any agent out there with a buyer can see that house and send it along and say, hey friend, this might be a good one for you. The system also sends it out to all these websites where the rest of the world can say, well, I did not know there's a pretty house over there. Let me go take a look at it. And that benefits my sellers because they get access to a very broad market. Now, if somebody engages me to help them purchase something, the first place I'm going to go is the multiple listing service, so I can see everything that's out there and present to my buyers the great buffet and say, where would you like to land and how do we find the best property for you? In addition to those two items, there's a very important aspect of the multiple listing service, and that's the data that is provided. What do we do with that data? Well, appraisers are going to use the data to figure out what houses are worth as they do a professional opinion of value. Where else are they going to get the information? Go knocking on doors and one by one gather the information? That's not realistic. The other thing that we get from this is an ability to spot market trends. This is one of the reasons that I always will fight to protect our marketplace, because if companies start pulling back their information and hiding their listings and hiding their buyers from the marketplace, it's going to be really hard for professionals to give great advice and counsel about what's coming down the pike. I can look right now here in the greater Charlotte region and see that we have 2,079 properties that have reduced their price over the last 7 days. That indicates a slight softening in the market. Even if the softening is just sellers coming down to reality, it means that we are not back in that COVID market where you could make up numbers. This matters to the public. So when you're thinking about where we're going to get data in the future, let me also give you a spoiler alert. If you think you can just go to Zillow, Realtor.com, or Homes.com to get your information, you know they get it from the multiple listing service, right? So if we start destroying our own marketplace, what's going to happen to those websites? Well, they'll flounder, and that's fine. But who hurts? The consumer does. Think about it.